And hello out there. And my name is Michael Favors, your Roman reporter, coming to you live from Detroit, Michigan. I have Tracie E. Christian of the Black College Sabbatical, self-published author. How you doing, Tracie?
I'm good, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing great, great. So tell the readers out there, actually the viewers out there, what inspired you to write the Black College Sabbatical?
Actually, Mike, thank you for having me, first of all. And that's a very interesting question. My goal or my inspiration for writing the Black College Sabbatical book series was twofold, actually. The first portion of it is that I wanted to write a story that I enjoy fiction. So I wanted to write a story that was a fictional story so that it would be entertaining to people, but I wanted to concentrate on subject matter that I could relate to. And since I attended a black college and that was a pivotal time for me in becoming an adult, I wanted to spread the word about the positive, which kind of leads into the second element of inspiration. I just wanted to write an enjoyable story that was different from the thug life, drug wars, erotica, baby mama drama type books, and just kind of put a little bit from all of those successful literary entities into a story about the black college experience. We haven't had a really good one since Drumline, and my book is not a movie yet, but hopefully if these interviews and video reviews and all this Facebook and internet stuff works, then hopefully my book will become successful enough to become a book. So I wanted to put a different type of story out there, and then I wanted to put a spotlight on the positives about the black college experience. And I'm hoping that, everyone gets that once they get through the entire book series.
Okay. Would you have to say all the characters in the book? Well, let me put it this way. Which character are you in the book of the Black College Sabbatical, fall, winter, and coming soon, spring?
I am a little bit of all four, I think. Even some of the villains in the book, so to speak, I'm different facets of me. I consider myself a well-rounded person, but I had to dig deep into myself in order to create these characters. So you do have the adventurous type of person. I am, and I was kind of depicted that in Ananda. I'm not necessarily athletic, but I'll try anything at least once. I was bred at home by women, and I come from humble beginnings. My grandmother was very integral in my growing up, so that portion of me created Cece. I'm kind of quick on my feet. I like to think I'm quick-witted and have a snappy comeback for everybody and everything. That portion of me was created in Tina. And then I always wanted a little sister, and I always wished, growing up somewhat as an only child, at least out of my mother's children. I had brothers and sisters in the projects where I grew up in Detroit, but I didn't get close with anyone enough to make them brothers and sisters until I started creating my friends from the neighborhood and then going away to school. So, and I always wished that I had my mother and my father at the home together. So that desire from my childhood is kind of where I got the basis for creating Kyla. So those are your four main characters, actually.
Okay. What inspired you to basically, because I noticed that you're not with any publishing companies, anything like that. What made you go self-published?
What made me go self-published? Well, I did attend the Black Writers Conference and Reunion last year in Tampa, Florida, and I learned a lot about the self-publishing process and how that differs from traditional publishing. And for me, since I didn't graduate with a degree in English literature from college, and I really didn't study it, I just always had this inner desire to write. It took a long time for me to accept within myself that was something that I wanted to pursue and actually consider myself a writer. So I didn't want to take the time to keep shooting down my own ego with a bunch of rejection letters from major traditional publishers. I decided that the best way to get someone to know that I'm a well enough writer and take a chance on me was for me to take a chance on myself. So I figured what better way to, introduce myself to the world than for me to self-publish and put my story out there, and that would give me 100% control over my story, over the cover, over the way that it's promoted. And although I'm learning, I'm a work in progress as this situation is going on, it is fun, and everything that I do about the book is not work. And when something succeeds, I know it's a personal success, and it is prepping me to be able to pull others up and put others on, especially youth that were like me. I walked away from writing when I was young because no friends of mine engaged in it and it wasn't fun to them, so I denied that it was fun to me. And I came back to it later. I want to be able to create an entity that will stop youth from leaving something that they love and hopefully pursuing it and doing great things with it.
Okay, and that leads me into my next question I was going to ask you, because I was going to ask you, out of this experience you writing this book, what other ventures, do you have any other ventures going on?
Yes, I do actually. A fellow author, a colleague and classmate of mine from Central State University, Miss Adrienne Young, who is a self-published author of fiction novels. She and I are going to pair up. We're doing a live Ladies of Literature tour that's going to kick off this Friday at the Central State University Detroit alumni networking mix and mingle during alumni weekend, and then hopefully we hope to take our self-publishing workshops to Central State University for free this year in October during the homecoming festivities. And if that goes well, which we are going to own it and step out on faith and say that it will, then hopefully we'll be able to take this tour to all 117 historically black colleges, so that we can encourage and teach people the 1, 2, 3s and the ABCs of self-publishing, if that's something that they choose to do, as well as further promote both of our ventures. And of course, I'm writing my 4th novel, so.
Okay.
And then we're looking for a spring quarter to come out in 2010.
Okay. And what's the name of the next novel you're writing?
The next novel I'm writing is called A Toast to the Fool. It's a play on words, much like the Dramatics cut, Toast to the Fool Who Let You Go. This book is A Toast to the Fool because I'm starting to learn the processes of growing up, and I've learned that when you are 20 years old, you are legal. 21, you're legal, you're in your 20s, you're legal, but you don't really know what to do with it yet. When you're in your 30s, you get a little more introspective. You start looking at yourself from the inside out. You start looking at all of your experiences, and you realize, I'm grown. And I can do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And because I'm at that point in my life, you start thinking about how many times you've played the fool or been played by a fool. And you may start to get down on yourself when you look at those instances, but when you look a little deeper, you start to realize that all of those experiences made up who you are now. And if you can look back on any good in yourself now, then you have to respect the fools of your life that got you to this point.
Right.
So that's kind of what this book symbolizes. It's just, something for the 30-some-odds, so to speak. We kind of look back and get down on ourselves, but there's no need to. You give a toast to the fool because they made who you are now. And that can't be bad because you're still here.
Okay. Now, with the Black College Sabbatical, how can we purchase...
Hush! Put on the house shoes! Don't show the house shoes.
Okay.
I'm wearing house shoes.
Oh, okay.
Put on the house shoes! By mistake. You're so silly. What's that?
Okay, how can we, purchase the Black College Sabbatical fall and winter?
You can purchase the Black College Sabbatical, both fall and winter quarters, through Amazon.com. You can purchase them. One of my childhood friends is driving by. He's trying to be positive in the hood. You can purchase it on Amazon.com. You can also purchase it directly through me, an autographed copy at a discounted rate, through my own personal website, and that is TracieEChristian.com. And Tracie is spelled Traci before Christian, ChristianChristian.com. Or you can contact me through Facebook, through Twitter, Centralian Connection, 1,000,001 HBCU websites, and probably even more Black Writers websites. If you do a Google search, you find me, contact me, and I'll go ahead and get that out to you.
Okay. You got 30 seconds. Give me your overall perspective who Tracie is.
Tracie E. Christian is a writer slash poet slash educator, motivational speaker, hoping to do wonderful things in her community, wonderful things for my culture, and I'm a work in progress, ever on the grind to get better.
Thank you for Tracie for taking the time out to, speak to the viewers as well as myself, and can't wait to the third installment come out of the Black College Sabbatical Spring Quarter. I know it's going to be, awesome.
Thank you so much, Michael, for interviewing me.